It's 11:05 p.m. Just arrived at Jamie's house, and my account at Photo and my main account at Kinteresting have been deleted off of Instagram.
This is a Harmonic beat.
What an interesting week it has been. It's true. It's true. And I've had a really hard time accepting it. See, I consider myself a really positive person most of the time. And I love to work, and I love to figure things out. I think deep down I just have this kind of spirit in me that loves it when things aren't working perfectly. And I have to try and work really hard to dig myself out of that. But this put me into a really hard spot where I was like, it's really hard to work in social media when you don't have social media anymore. I think the hardest part of this story that I thought would never really be able to come through properly was I was actually on a 30-day break from social media to begin with. On December 1st, I decided I was going to delete all my social media from my phone and just allow my December to be a break from it. A break from checking in, a break from feeling like I have to respond to messages, a break from feeling like there's this pressure to always be posting and giving, and it was time to just take time for me and remember who I was and the things that I like to do outside of social media. Because I mean, you can preach all you want about having good balance, but end of the day, it requires a ton of focus. And December was my month to really commit to it, so that by 2019 I was ready to go. I was gonna hit the ground running. I had so many plans. I had made a 30-page presentation about my Q1 strategy for how I was going to do this. And what felt so wonderful about that period of time was I still had my camera, and the one thing I would feel the need to do was just talk to a camera. The deletion of social media has been great. I feel really detoxed, better, just like my life in general is just, I don't know, I'm a happier person for sure, because I have actually felt the lack of comparing myself to other people. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's all, everyone's cool with that, everyone's cool with that. But why would anyone trust me when I walk up to them and say, yeah, I'm this social media guy? And they say, oh cool, let me see some of your stuff. And I say, well, if I was writing a resume and I wrote out all the things I'd done on social media and put a little asterisk next to it, the fact that someone would have to ask and I would have to say, yeah, but it's all been deleted, almost, in my eyes, invalidates everything that came before it. And that's really hard. Hey, so it's week 2 or week 3, and things are going super medium. The problem is I haven't really replaced that urge yet. I'm still, I don't know, looking for something to do with my phone. When you were a kid, you used to go outside and just play for no reason, and when you were in like high school, you would just hang out with your friends for no reason. As an adult, I don't really do that anymore. Are we all just trying our best?
It's the morning after, and we have got a full-on mystery on our hands.
Okay, so you search my name and these pop up, right?
Yep.
This here is my personal Facebook, like the one I talk to my parents with and post photos of myself. Gone. They just deleted that. And then you said, this one as well, like my business page is gone too. Like, at this point, what do I even do? That's just everything.
I think you can tell by the look on my face what my update is going to be. Something we talked about last night was I don't remember, sometime in the spring, I got SIM swapped, which means like basically hacked, but in a way where they called my cell phone provider. They pretended that they were an employee of my cell phone provider, which I have changed and is not public anymore. They called them, pretended to be an employee, got access to all my information, were able to make their SIM card, or my SIM card, their SIM card, put it in their phone, open up the phone, and that means they're able to log into all my accounts, change my passwords because of two-factor authentication. And it sucked because I had two-factor authentication done through Google Voice so that it wasn't a second thing, but because they were able to reset the password on my email, then hack that. Do you see what I'm saying? They hacked everything. So I was able to get everything back and nothing ended up happening, which was great. And we were like, okay, last night someone was like, do you think that that person may have just like slept on it for 6 months and then did this? In my head, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it could be. I had quit my job. I had given up more money than I ever thought I would make. I had given up like everything. This is just really hard. I don't know how to unpack this because I like want to be sad because I feel like I should be, but if I'm really honest deep down, I don't fucking care. I think it's awesome. What if I get to use this moment to just like change everything?
So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I had 2 options when all of this happened. The first one was give up and just do something else completely. And honestly, that did really interest me. Think about what your life could be like if you just dropped every single thing that you were doing right now and just did something else completely. I feel like that'd be really fascinating. So why a new channel? Why Kentrysting 2? If I was gonna start over, I would want to do everything right. I want to test things. I want to try everything. I want to be able to give to my viewers and build friendships. So not only do we have the new channel, Kentrysting 2, but we also have Kentrysting2.com, which is really for the people who want to help me continue to create. And in return, I'm going to give more value, more fun, more engagement, more everything. Here on this channel, I'm going to be posting maybe once or twice a week, but at Kentrysting2.com, it's going to be every day. I really want to focus on just creating content and as much of it as I can. Every project, every video, every creation, Kentrysting 2 is going to be a part of that. We're going to build this together. As a creator, I often need help and I have no one to ask. So this is how I plan on doing that. One of the most important conversations I've had when I was going through all of this was with my dad. And he told me, Kent, even though this feels like the biggest thing that's ever happened to you, you don't just lose everything you learned doing that. And that really stuck with me because he's right. I don't just forget everything I know about social media. I don't forget everything I know about this world that I've lived in for the past 6, 7 years. My work ethic, my passion, that doesn't go away. If anything, this is the beginning of something, disguised as the end. And that kind of feels awesome. If I'm honest, if I could start over, I would do a combination of 1 and 2. Try all these crazy things that I never thought I would get to do in my life, but bring what I know to the table and be able to do all of these things through social media. I don't want that side of my life to go away, but if I got the option to rebuild it, I think that'd be kind of fun. For me, when I'm writing a book, when I'm making a product, when I'm making a video, when I'm collaborating with someone, when I'm making shoes, when I'm making clothes, and making an app and building a website, I'm going to take all of these things, which are perfect examples of what a good social media person would have already done, and do them for myself. If I could write a perfect resume for myself of all of the things that I had done to prove myself on social media, I would want experience in everything. If I was ever waiting for permission or a moment to just take hold of my life and, really look at myself in the mirror and go, what is it that I want to do? This is that moment. Internally, right here, I'm terrified. I can feel terror inside of me. But externally, I am so excited and motivated to just get going. I'm not really sure what direction all of this is really going to go. I think that having an expectation for that isn't exactly a great idea. But allowing my creativity through this channel and through the business and through all these different things I'm going to do to ebb and flow and change, and that is where the good of this whole situation is going to come from. And I can't wait to bring you along for that journey. So if I was going to change my life into exactly what I wanted it to be, this is going to be that.